Greetings, Aquarians. This is Damien with HK Readings, Healing Culture Tarot, and I'm here to do your December 2019 General Love Reading. This will be for Aquarian, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Jupiter, so stay tuned to see if any of the messages resonate with you. If any of it does, or the entire message, or you just want to support the channel, please shoot a like, share the video with whomever you think could use it, and subscribe to the channel for future messages. You could also check any of your other planetary alignments that I have posted as well. Whew. So I just did Libra's reading, okay? I kind of have a new schedule set out, so starting today, Mondays will be for air signs. How do I have it? And then Tuesday will be earth, Wednesday will be fire, and Thursday will be water. So before I started this, I already had Gemini's reading, so Libra and Aquarius are what I have for today. Cross watchers, you're welcome, and if you're watching this video, I can already tell you that the tea is about to be spilled on your ass. So, and it's not bad, don't worry, but the tea is definitely about to be spilled. However, in continuation, we have the King of Swords, which also came up in Libra's reading. I don't know how that could resonate for you. You may have both of these signs in your chart, interestingly enough. We also have the Knight of Coins and the Page of Swords. So the first thing I see, especially when I see the Knight of Coins and the Page of Swords, Aquarius, is that someone likely to whom you know has been watching you for quite some time. And I definitely sense the energy of them building up the courage, figuring out how to gain the, that moxie and that confidence to come towards you. They want to offer you something solid, something sacred, and really, really build a life with you. And open up the communication, open up the lines of communication to let you know how they feel. I feel as though it's a soft boil over, okay? Like I said, I'm not sensing any negative energy here, but what I am sensing is someone who is feeling as though it's becoming more increasingly difficult to hide or shield their emotions from themselves, from you, from other people. I feel as though they've tried, okay? This person could be another air sign as well that you're attracting. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I feel like this is a person who's tried to suppress how they feel. They've always had a place for you in their heart. They would always daydream about you, dream about you in their sleep, fantasize, in sensual, sexual ways, just thinking about y'all together, like whatever it is. And this person has been studying you to try to gain the comfort and feeling like they're kind of already familiar with the situation before they step to you, because again, they're slightly unsure. But also, trying to see who you're with. Have you been messing around with anybody? Does it seem like you're ready for commitment? It still stems from them willing to put all of their eggs in one basket, your basket, but wanting to make sure that there's going to be reciprocity. This is likely someone who's had an experience or multiple experiences of giving their all prematurely to people that they were captivated by, and it seemed to have backfired on them. Now, they're not thinking of it so much in that way these days because, as you ascend, which this person has, you kind of lose the victimized mindset when it comes to those things. And you say, what do I have to do to just attract what I want? What do I have to do to just stay in control of my life? I don't have to be the person that sees myself as always getting hurt. But I don't also feel as though they've ever felt so strongly about someone they do you. So it may be slightly bringing up, old thoughts, old wounds, things like that. Somebody's definitely just in the stages of planning, okay? Even this is definitely a future offer. This is an offer that is coming in for you. But the Knight is a very slow-moving knight. The King of Swords just is reflective also in turn of this individual's mental state as far as what they want to do, what they seek to do, but physically what their heart allows them to do in a timely fashion, if that makes sense. So, I feel as though their confidence within the King of Swords is set in how they feel about you, but they're still trying to gain the rest as far as moving towards you. But this is someone who's sure. And again, this is someone who not only wants to be honest with you, but has been very, very honest with themselves. Or they're coming around to being very honest with themselves. Because I think this is a person who experiences a lot of strife when they're not honest about the things that they want in their life, especially you. Okay? And this is a person who does feel lonely. They feel as though they should have someone to share their life with right now, who they can give their love to, who they can work hard to provide for, who they can do all of those things for. So they're not going to do it for anybody who's going to hurt them, and they don't want to do it for anyone who doesn't deserve it. Not to say that you're any of those things. Again, this is just their defense mechanism when being like, man, what if this person isn't feeling me? I feel as though they have a certain reason to believe that, to be unsure. Because whether you know this person is into you, and you haven't been really giving it much response or much thought or much energy, or you don't know, it still deals with the fact that this person isn't at the state of the game where they want to be with you. Because if you know, and you're being a little blasé about it, they're really going to be like, oh, okay, well, I really don't know if I've got this. I know how I feel, but I don't know if I've got this. And if you don't know, then they're still, again, just trying to muster up that courage where those same insecurities may come into play. Let's get a clarifying card for all three of these here. The King of Swords, the Knight of Coins, and the Page of Swords. Spirit, give me one card before we move decks. By the way, this is the Fountain Tarot. Five of Wands. All right, dude. Dudes and dudettes. Look. This is more so, just clearly. I don't want you to take anything out of context for the very few of you that may, follow with some common sense. Clearly, this is going to be geared towards the Aquarians who are aware, have an idea, they know. Y'all, whoever y'all are. With this Five of Wands coming to crown everything, Spirit is showing that there's definitely competition that this person is aware of when it comes to you. And another thing that I, when we get, carried in the message and speak, there's something that I forgot to mention, but I'm glad that the Five of Wands did come out because this comes back up. Whereas this person is probably very gentle, soft-spoken, they may be an introvert, and even how they express anger and sadness and everything like that just may be on a more passive level, opposed to active, period. Very mellow chick, very mellow dude, whoever it is for you. And they can tell that through your experience, even if they know you want better, even if they see you on this fucking pedestal because you're a rock star, you're going out, you're getting what you deserve, so on and so forth, they still understand that, we're shaped by our past, okay? And if you have been the type that has dealt with the exciting types, those passionate, fiery, just extroverted types that, that fit that mold, they're just exciting and they're just so riveting. And, history has shown that these weren't the best people for you. They didn't have to provide what you ultimately wanted, needed, and desired. It was just such heavy stimulation in that moment that you felt like, this is what you must do on your journey now. How could you feel this way? How could there be such a strong connection? How could those things exist if, within y'all's interaction, if you weren't meant to experience it? What would be? But let me tell you, the lessons aren't always very evident. And I feel like the evident lesson that is coming now is that if you really feel like you're over those players and those passionate types and those exciting ones, it may be time to look at that guy or that girl that you normally wouldn't, who literally meets all your criteria or most of your criteria, even if some of it's aesthetic. All of us care about looks to some degree. We all have a different idea of what looks good, but even down to the aesthetic, the aesthetics, like, I feel like this person's not unattractive at all. And much of their attraction comes from how put together and refined and just chill they are, and how intelligent they may be, how soft-spoken, how smart, how considerate. That adds to the fact that they're physically attractive. They're wanting to provide things that you seek and desire. And I feel as though, especially with this Page of Swords here, like, this is somebody being overlooked. You can do what you want. You can continue to overlook, and there will be other ways that the story will, your story will spiral out from there as you take new avenues, as you make decisions, as you decide to turn left, there's shit to experience over here. When you decide to turn right, it's always going to be a different avenue. You can do whatever you want. That's cool. But this is the energy that's around you that Spirit finds it relevant to bring up. And that considered, it may be something that you should strongly take second glance at, okay? Honestly, what I feel. And with the competition that this person senses around or sees around, knows is around, babes, it's coming from, like, when they look at these individuals, they are triggered because they see that the competition that they have with you is reflective of the type of energies you've dealt with in the past. And not to say these passionate ones can't be different, because if you decide to, again, like I said, make your own decision and take the avenue and start a new journey, a new course, you could find out that one may be decent, okay? Doesn't mean that it's a better connection than this, because this is the one that's coming up. So you got to weigh things out and think objectively, think clearly. And the King of Swords, that's what the King of Swords does, all about the facts of the matter, the truth, thinks clearly, very strong in his decisiveness and clarity, okay? And I think what you may come to realize about this person is that they are just as charismatic. They're just as good with their words. I get that this is a person who's also good with their tongue, so a great linguist, but also, might be a great cunning linguist. Like, who the fuck knows? And like, I'm gonna kick the messages that Spirit tells me. It's like all of the ways that you think this person may be dull, they're not. They're just as exciting. And as far as, like, Spirit having me mention that specific, body part, the tongue, let one of these shy boys, let one of these quiet boys, let one of these shy boys, girls, let one of these quiet girls, that while you see that you have this deep spiritual intellectual shit to find out about them, that they can also do some things to you sensually and sexually that all these other hot and passionate people couldn't do in the past. I really sense liberation through, and if these are, for the women of you that are resonating with this, out of this world head. For some of you, this person is going to try to, since they know what you like or what, you're privy to, what you're used to, and kind of like, when it comes down to even the sex, they're going to really try to, whenever they do come around to it, whenever they do gain the confidence, because like anybody who finally gets their foot in for something that they really want will do everything to make that situation well-rounded, so this person is happy, doesn't want to leave. You stick it right where you're able to get your foot in, you try to keep it in, right? So this person's going to knock your socks sexually, and I think they're also going to try to connect with you highly through the heightened experience of cunnilingus. That's just what this is. And even when it comes to penetration and other things like that, you're going to be surprised that this person can please you in all of those ways. For those of you who've been like, man, this person fits every, you know, this, that, and the other, but I bet their sex would be boring, or, you know, they don't seem very sensual. You know, I like to be touched. I like to be hugged. They don't even like PDA. Like, whatever it is, you're going to find out that it took you, yeah, this person might not have been that person in the past, but it took you to do that. Okay? And how many times have we found something that we didn't even know was coming, kind of like a blindside, and we've even proved to ourselves what we could deliver to a situation. So this person might, if they have no experience in really delivering to someone in a well-rounded way, just from that experience and just everything that they're taking in at that moment, you better believe that they're going to teach themselves some shit, okay? They're going to remember from a past life on what to do, or whatever the fuck it is, you know? So big surprises, big surprises, big surprises. But I just think you should just keep yourself open. And that's what I have for you. I will see you, you know, for your bonus. But this is going to be your last monthly of 2019. Love ya.